Hi everyone, this is Becky with Feathered Nest. Today I'm going to show you how I organize our theater room to make it a little more organized and more comfortable for everyone. This is a normal size type room. It's like a bedroom size room. When we had the home built, it had the option to turn it into a theater room or a bedroom. We chose the theater room because in our other home we used our theater room often. We had family fun nights every Friday night, so we chose to either play a game or watch a movie together. And it was just a regular bedroom that we turned into a theater room by doing something very similar to this. But it had windows, so we blocked out the windows and from all the light and hung these posters over that. So it was really well disguised. No one ever even guessed that there was a window there. So that worked out really well. But when we had this option for this room, as a theater room, they made it where there are no windows. So they also build in your lighting sconces here, and they raise the second step up back at the back here so that your seating is just a little bit higher. So the choices that we made when we put our things in here was to paint the room. It's a very dark, kind of chocolatey, khaki-ish kind of brown, and also dark carpeting. We wanted the room as dark as possible so that it didn't distract from the movie. So that's just a little hint on making your movie viewing a little more comfortable. And then we also chose leather seating for any spills or cleanup issues. And then we have individual lighting here at each seat, and I'll kind of go into that in just a minute here. But let me go ahead and point out, this is the door where we enter and the normal light switch. We put it on a remote. It's just attached with Velcro on the wall and then on the back of your remote here. I leave it here when we're not watching a movie because that way if I need to come in and clean up or vacuum, something like that, all I have to do is reach in and hit the button to turn the lights on. But when we're watching a movie, I take it off the wall and take it to my seat so that I can control the lighting, and all that does is control the little dimmer switches here. Let me see if I can get these going for you. There you go. And they go completely dark. Now I do have the overhead lighting on, so that hopefully we can see, because it is awfully dark in this room. I don't normally have that light on. So the other thing that I have done is also at the end of each row, I'm trying to get an angle here where you can see, there are trash cans. Can't see it in the dark. There's a trash can at the end of each row. Also over here in the corner is just a plain curio cabinet that I filled with apothecary jars, and they all have candy in them. So this is kind of our little candy bar snack area. And then over here is the seating. Like I said, I have everything you can get on a remote. This controls the ceiling fan, and it stays right here by me. Also, like I said, each of the seats have the can lighting, and it's on a little touchpad like this right here. And that helps if my husband needs to rewind or something, locate a button. This is kind of what we call the command center where all his remotes are. So if it's dark and he needs to find a button, he can just hit that switch and get just a little bit of light for him to do some work. On the backs of each chair, I have a faux fur throw. I don't know if you can see those or not, but they're on the back, and that just helps us get all comfy cozy for a movie. And then over here is the second-hand dresser that I painted and fixed up to hold a very small microwave and the popcorn bowls and everything. I was going to get a actual popcorn maker, one of those cute little movie-looking ones. But I decided that I would end up having it only be decorative because I didn't want to deal with the mess that those make. So I knew we would still stick our microwave popcorn in the microwave. So we have one of those there. And then this is just a decorative curtain. This is kind of a copper-colored glittered fabric, and it goes up and all the way around the screen. And then coming down here is where we kind of do some organizing. Let me show you. In the drawers, like this is the microwave popcorn right here above the microwave. And then over here there's just some We call them 3D glasses. And then over here in these drawers, there's candy to refill the candy jars. And then down below, here's where I do most of the organizing. These are some DVD cases. They're by vaults, and I have them organized into different categories. These are movies A through M, movies N through Z, and these are TV series, and then these are our Christmas movies. And let me go ahead and take one out. I've tried all kinds of cases and different ways to organize DVDs. This is my very favorite. It has worked the best. This is, like I said, they're from Vaults. It's a metal case. It has a lock on it with a key, just in case you have to worry about locking up certain DVDs or movies that you maybe don't want your kids in. All of our movies are accessible to our kids. We watch all of our, everything we have is on a movie filter, so we don't have to worry about that. And then I organized them all alphabetically. Like I said, these were, what were these, M through Z. And the fabric ones, the fabric cases that I used to, or have tried out before, would end up ripping out at the seams here. So I really love that these have the 3-ring binders, and it's in there very sturdy compared to some of the other ones I have found. So this is really great. You can insert all the pages you want. And then these I alphabetize like this, and only by the first letter, not by the second and third and so on. These are all the movies listed for M, and then all the movies back here for N and O and P and so on. I don't alphabetize them once they're in that section. That allows me to add another page if I need to without having to move movies down. So in other words, if I had an M and an A, and then I bought another MA, I wouldn't have to take all these movies and move them down to make room for the next one to be in there alphabetically. So they're just in here by the first letter. And so that's how those are alphabetized and organized. And then over here are our TV series. And these are done somewhat the same way. These are just alphabetized by the first letter of the series. And then, of course, the series come in discs, like disc 1 and disc 2. Except unless you're watching something like Lost here, then they have different episodes. So this are seasons. So they have like season 1, 2, 3. And then each of the discs are also, disc 1, 2, 3, and so on. So they are alphabetized by their season and then their discs. So that's how series are organized. And then our movies are organized. Our Christmas movies are organized like this. We have Christmas Tradition, and that's our first page, the Christmas Tradition page. We kick off our Christmas season with Wonderful Life, and then we end it on Christmas Eve with the nativity story, the story of Jesus' birth. So we always watch that on Christmas Eve. We kick off our season with The Wonderful Life. And then somewhere in between these two, we watch Elf. This is our other tradition. So this one we always have a must-have, have to see every year. So this is our first page, is what we have to watch every year. And then any other movies that we want to watch, we can pick from our other DVDs. So, we may or may not watch these or all of these or any of these. So, it just depends. But these are the ones we have to watch. And so these are the only ones that are organized into any type of category. So that is our theater room and how I organize it. So the only thing that I recommend is to get remotes, organize your DVDs so they're easy to find. Make it as comfy, cozy as you can with your pillows and throws. It can be a living room, it can be a basement, it can be a spare bedroom, whatever you choose to watch your movies in. Some of those tips will make your movie watching much more enjoyable. Have a blessed day. Bye now.